Hello, my beautiful Gemini. I hope that everyone is doing well. We are back with another general love and relationship reading. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, period of April 11 until the 20th. So let's do it going on for my dear Gemini. We're going to start off using one card from this Oracle deck. If they do resonate at all, Gemini, give this video a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that from you guys. But if they don't, go ahead and check your Venus as well as your Mercury signs or Jupiter signs for a more accurate reading. Alright, and so for cross watchers as well, I have to say it, you can reverse the roles. And it is an intuitive reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave out what doesn't. Of course, it's not going to resonate for all Geminis, but hopefully, you may be able to have something here that can resonate in your case. Alright, so I already pre-shuffled your cards. Spirit, Angels, Universe, give us one card for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do they... We have regeneration. This is a very beautiful message. Later on, we're going to read what this means from the booklet because it provides a more detailed information. But regeneration, I feel like Gemini, there's a relationship, okay, that is asking for you to nourish it, to nurture it, okay? It may be a relationship that you have been putting on the side for a while now. I highly feel that kind of energy where you guys, it's not necessarily your romantic partner, just a particular relationship in your life that you have been out of touch with this person. You haven't been really communicating. There's no effort on both ends to, to really nourish the relationship. So I feel like period of April 11 to the 20th, it could be that someone is coming back around or that the energy at play is asking you or pulling you towards the direction to pay attention to this relationship. It could be, a family member, a friend that you haven't been really interacting with for a while, and they could be showing some signs that they want to reach out. Could be subtle signs. It could be, a friendship maybe. You've been so close with this person, right, Gemini? But you guys both know that you both didn't really put the effort in to take care of the relationship and see it grow to its fullest potential, if that makes sense. And so April 11th to the 20th, whatever has been ongoing for you guys, finally you just had this realization where you want to make this work, okay? You want to make this work. You both want to make it up to each other, and you want to see if this relationship is something that can be given another chance or a third chance, whatever the situation is. But regeneration is giving back life and energy into something that you thought, is almost dead, or it's a over and done with situation. But for some reason, for some unexplainable reason, or maybe there could be an explanation, but we're going to see how it goes with your main energies. I already pre-shuffled this deck. This is called the Everyday Witch Tarot deck. And let it see what it has to say for your love and relationship reading. Okay, this obviously wanted to come out. So first card for you guys is the Four of Pentacles. We have Ten of Pentacles. We have the World card. How beautiful. We also have the Magician card. We have the Nine of Wands. Last card is the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Just gonna put this over here. Alright, so give me a second, Gemini. Yeah, it's like there has been a situation in the past where there was just some imbalance, okay, in that relationship. One of you could have change direction, change in the wind, suddenly someone just started working on something else, prioritizing something else. It could have been a situation where both of you have been really busy. You both have separate goals, dreams, priorities, and responsibilities, and you both had this kind of agreement where it's more of a silent agreement that I feel like. going on separate ways. It's not that I don't feel an energy that you guys have fought. Okay, I feel like it's just understanding you both have different paths, different priorities, different directions. And so both of you somehow agreed to disagree. But deep down, it's that kind of feeling, that kind of energy that it's not really over and done with. And it may be something that can reoccur or resurface again in the future. And maybe you would have a continuation of the friendship or the relationship, knowing that that connection in the beginning was really strong, okay? It was really strong. So we have 8 of Pentacles and 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the 6 of Pentacles. So I see both 8s talking about movement, as you can see. Movement of focus, maybe. One of you decided to focus on something else or another relationship. And one of you could have, just went with the flow with the 8 of Wands. It's like the other person was sort of mirroring the other person's energy. So I feel like Gemini, the person you're dealing with, they could have made a decision to redirect their focus and attention to someone else or something else. And so you didn't really find it hard to let that friendship go, that connection go. You knew deep down that this was a relationship that, will have a continuation, if that makes sense. It could be subconsciously as well. And so you went on the other direction and you let the universe take you where it will lead you next. And I feel like at first it was a bit uncomfortable with the 6 of Pentacles, although this card talks about balance. But I feel like you were regaining some form of balance when this person decided to go into a different direction than what you both had in the first place. So again, it's a mutual decision, a very balanced decision. But eventually you did bounce back from the situation, Gemini. It wasn't something that distracted you. It wasn't something that, really drained you. Rather, you both knew that your path will cross again. If that makes sense. And so it was a very balanced, mutual decision from both ends to just follow on separate paths. You didn't really want to constrict each other. If anything, like I mentioned, it was a very mutual respect for each other. And what direction were you guys heading at that time? And so going back to your main energies, Gemini, we have 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. And so, as we all know, Pentacles talks about home situation, money situation, career situation, and it's not really surprising to see a lot of Pentacles over here. At the bottom of the deck, you do have 8 of Pentacles as well. So in terms of your own personal journey, your direction, I felt like overall you have this feeling April 11th to the 20th, where it wasn't so bad that you chose to walk in your own path and your different direction, letting go of that friendship for a while. And it wasn't so bad because it gave you a lot of success in your own field, in your own life. You were able to focus on yourself. 4 of Pentacles, as you can see, this is an energy of, to me, this talks about you really focusing on yourself. It talks about maybe a state of you watching over your priorities, your responsibilities. You're afraid to lose something because you knew you have worked so hard for it, Gemini. And I do see here that it was a good outcome. It was a good outcome that you've decided to be by yourself and look after what your priorities are. At that time, perhaps you were being called to really focus on money and your career, on family as well, relationships that depend on you. And I feel like, yes, you've done a wonderful job of being there for family members and providing security for people that you love. You are indeed hardworking. I feel like you do have that responsibility on your shoulder to make people around you feel secure and feel well taken care of, if that makes sense. But with the World card, it almost feels like your responsibility is coming to an end. 10 of Pentacles with the World card talks about an ending. So I feel like because you've done your part and you've done what you could to finish whatever this is, an unexpected twist brings you back. See, from the World card to the Magician, an ending to a beginning brings you back to this relationship being in contact, somehow being connected once again with that old friend or old soul connection with that person. And it feels like a brand new start, a fresh start, if you will. Although I feel like with the Nine of Wands, there could still be some apprehensions, like how are we going to make this work, you know? But with the Magician, it's a card that talks about confidence, knowing that you can get things done. So if you really want and if you really desire to reconnect with this person, I feel like they do feel the same, okay? They're just mirroring your energy as well here. Regeneration is a very slow progress, but definitely all the effort that you put in is not in vain, Gemini. It's just that it's hard to pick up from where you left. Nine of Wands. I feel like it hasn't been, you know, it wasn't really months, but I feel like years that you haven't been in contact with this person. And it's a bit uncomfortable because you guys know that there has been some, not conflict, but a lot of time has passed. And so you may be wondering if this person still thinks the same, still interested in the same things, and they could be thinking that about you. But I see that this person is more than willing to communicate. The Magician card talks about communication. I feel like they're going to do what it takes to bridge the gap and to try to communicate, even though it feels unfamiliar. With the Nine of Wands, they feel like they're on their guards. Perhaps maybe they know that what you guys had in the past was beautiful, but then how it ended was something that they weren't really bitter about it, but they weren't also really happy about how things just got were just left off the way it was left off, okay? But with the Nine of Wands, I feel like their spirit is not broken. They want to see things through. They want to have, you know, a happy ever after with the friendship that you both have, or if this is a family member, they want to reconnect with you. They want to be part of your life once again. They could have a bit of apprehension because they have their walls up, okay? They're on defensive mode. But I feel like they're willing to have a fresh start. Page of Cups talks about a new chapter, a new relationship, seemingly like a new connection that can exist between you and this person. Yes, it's a lot of hard work, but I feel like as long as the two of you are willing to do this, willing to keep things light, may I just add, to keep things light, it's okay to talk about past and where you guys left off, but if it's a bit heavy to communicate that way, the Magician card is saying don't gravitate too much on the past, because the past is something you cannot change, but rather use those wonderful memories, bring the same energy with the Page of Cups. Very, very inspiring kind of energy. Use the memories you both have in the past and make that as part of your wonderful conversations, something that you can look back on, but not necessarily, you know, feel bitter about it or blame each other, or I could have done this, I could have done that, you know. Try to refrain from this kind of conversations. I feel like now is the time to celebrate how far you both have become, how far you've matured, and how much you can how much you can do in the near future and in the present moment to make this the most wonderful friendship and connection ever. So the Page of Cups, we all know this kind of energy. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, someone younger. But I feel like this person's energy is really not afraid to express how they feel for you. They're not afraid to try it out, you know. They may feel fear at first, but that's only because they're trying to gauge in your actions if you're willing. So say, for example, they have been thinking about you. I feel like they have been thinking about you. They've been picturing what this connection will be for the coming days and weeks now that you both are again in contact with one another. But it's like they're basing what their next reaction would be based off on what you will do, okay? Because to them, it's like you move, then I move, okay? You chat and I chat next, something like that. And so with the Magician card, you know, confidence is key. Just do it, like they say, just do it. If you do have a bit of apprehension with the Four of Pentacles, maybe it's better to put yourselves out there, be willing to take a risk and see where this friendship will go next, Regeneration, again, like I mentioned, it is a very slow process, but it is very valuable and rewarding at the end of the day. As you can see, this tree is eventually going to get back into its glorious form and state. Eventually, the relationship both of you have will be in that state as well. It's all about putting the time and effort to do it. Okay, plan it out. Make sure to meet each other halfway. Make sure to communicate too. I see fast communication through social media. I do also see a balance, give and take. Maybe these were the lessons that you needed to learn at that time, and now that you guys are back in each other's lives, there's a reason why. Okay, and that reason is perhaps for lessons and to see what you can both teach each other in this point of time in your lives. Okay, so to wrap things today, Gemini, I'm going to read to you what regeneration has to say. I think that it has a very wonderful message. So sometime April 11th to the 20th, you're going to really feel this energy where you just feel energized, motivated, and you just feel so eager to connect with this person. It's going to be a very fun, exciting moment with this person. Just do not hold back. If you have doubts, it's better to like meditate and contemplate on your reasons as to why you both are back in each other's lives. But if the feeling is right, you know, and you're being pulled and gravitated towards this person, then go for it. It could just very well be your second chance. So it says here regeneration means rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. Gemini, the world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment, you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. Wow, this is a very beautiful lesson. Okay, if things seemingly felt dormant for a while, nothing is moving, nothing is changing, it's just out of nowhere, this person will pop up. Okay, so grab a hold of that, Gemini. Don't let this opportunity slip in your hands. So that is your reading. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this resonated, give this video a thumbs up. Sending you guys love and light, and we'll talk to you soon.